Okay, welcome back, Xavier Architects. We did our points to curves lesson, and now I'm going to save as curve to surface. So now we're going to do curves to surfaces. Watch this. This is so cool. This is where it all starts to come together. So I'm going to teach you two very crucial and critical components and commands that you'll use over and over again while using, I almost said Unity, Rhino. Alright, so if you notice when I click on this, it shows me that, that this whole segment, right, that's also with editing points on it. And so each of these lines is sort of a separate deal, right? And but the most important one is this one here, because that's what we're going to start our surface. We're going to extrude a surface from that curve, this joined curve. So that's the first thing, is that your curve has to be joined in order to extrude it. So we've got a joined curve here, meaning it's complete, it's closed, it's one line. And if it's not, like if you select one part of this and not all of it lights up, you have to select more by holding down like the shift key as you click around. Then you can just type in join in the command line up here, and it will automatically join those curves and make one out of them, so that when I click on it, the whole thing highlights. Now the command I want is Extrude Curve. So I've typed it in already, so it's trying to complete it for me already. But if it doesn't do that, just type in Extrude, and you should get the shortcuts here, right? And what we want to do is we want to extrude the curve. So we're going to choose Extrude Curve, and then you'll see it immediately goes to work, right? And what I want to do is I've already got the limit of where I want it to sit. See how it snaps on there like that? It's really nice that, Rhino does that for you. So once it snaps to the opposite end, I'm just going to click, and it will accept that. Now you'll see that it's like a hollow set of stairs, right? Which, okay, that's the beginning. That's kind of cool. But how do I get my staircase to complete? Well, we're going to choose a command up here called cap. So I'm going to type in cap, enter. And it says select surfaces or poly surfaces to cap. And I'm just going to click right there. And it says press enter when done. Boom. And there's the cap. And you can see it caps both sides of that for me quite nicely. Awesome. I have a three-dimensional staircase. And now I'll just make perspective my main. You might have wanted to do that earlier. That might have made more sense since we weren't really using the other views. But now you can look and see what it looks like as a wireframe, which is what we were dealing with before, with just the curves showing, or shaded, or rendered, right? Or artistic. Oh, that's kind of nice. Let's see, what do we got here? Technical. Ooh. Okay, so there's lots of different things. Most of the time we'll be in shaded mode as we're building. Sometimes we'll switch back and forth between shaded and wireframe if we got to get into the nitty gritty and be able to reach at stuff that's inside the object. Yeah, so that's it. Curves to surfaces. We're going to do some other curve to surface exercises. I'm going to show you a number of different ways that you can do that, but that's certainly, to me, the easiest one. Just, extrude curve, and boom, you've immediately turned a line into a surface. Okay, so try that out. Try it with maybe other line segments, or with some of the other designs that you practiced on. And, at its foundation, like, okay, so let's say, I want to take this curve here and just extrude it over here. You'll notice that all of my line segments are still there. All of my curves are still there. So this is basically just, an extrusion, and these curves are still all here. And, if I wanted to, let's say, If I wanted to move all of these, oops, got to use that gumball. Let's move these out of the way. And then I want my points back. So I get my points back, and if you'd like, we could have, just go back to wireframe for those to be able to show their colors. If you'd like, you can kind of select all of these, this grid of, points, and you can do your alt drag, and let's do, I don't know, let's do 30 in that direction. Boom. And so you got another set of points, so you can build a couple of different objects side by side. If you want to use that point system that we used in the last project to do that, if you want to put those on a whole different layer or set of layers, you could do that as well. Just so you keep everything sort of organized, but have some fun and extrude some curves and see if you can get that cap command to work as well. All right, cool. Have fun.